So you guys know that in a triangle, the degrees all add up to be what?
180.
180 degrees. How many degrees is a quadrilateral?
360 degrees.
So a quadrilateral is 360 degrees, but a triangle is 180. Why? Because it's
Half of it.
half of a quadrilateral.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Not.
So yesterday, or not yesterday, the other day, we were trying to find the third degree angle. Please stop making that noise. And if you knew this was 90, and that was 45, you added them up and subtracted from 180. Okay? But today we're working with 360 degrees. And how many angles do we have now? 4. Triangle has 3. Quadrilaterals have 4. So if I give you, let's take a look at that example in your book on 210. It's got this weird figure like that. It says this angle is going to be Y. This one's 70. This one's 135. And this one's 65. How am I going to find out what the fourth angle is? Cameron?
It's 2 angles. It's 2.
Okay, so we're doing basically the same thing that we do with triangles, except we're doing them with quadrilaterals. So I add up 70 plus 65. 7 plus 6 equals? 13. My third angle was 135, so I have to add that. 5 plus 5 is 10.
Wait a minute.
7, 270. Now what do I subtract this from?
360.
So I take 360, subtract 270.
90.
So Y equals 90 degrees. Not just 90, 90
Wait,
degrees.
how do
Good.
you know when to how do you know when to use 180?
Hey, Carson has a question and I can't hear him.
How do you know when to use 180 degrees and
Stop.
360 degrees?
So how do you know when to use 360 degrees versus 180? Court? The number of sides. Triangles have 3 sides, so it's going to be up to 180. Quadrilaterals have 4. So when we're dealing with quadrilaterals, we're going to do 360 degrees. Okay? Yes, Court?
Yes.
What would this be? A rhombus. So if these are all 6, here's an obtuse, here's my obtuse, here's my acute,
Here's my 2.
okay? So if I give you what kind of quadrilateral is this? Why is it a trapezoid?
It's 2 equal sides. 2 equal sides.
Okay.
Only one
This
pair.
line, stop. This line right here is parallel to this line right here.
Yes.
Because we learned when we were working with lines and rays and all that stuff, parallel meant this, right? A, B, C, D. We said AB is parallel to CD.
No, it's line AB is parallel on the line.
Thank you, Luke.
You're welcome.
Okay.
What? Where did you get the lamp?
This line, I just made them on these lines, is parallel to this one. So,
Totally Barbie.
what about this one? Imagine this is
That's not a
parallelogram. Why?
But they're not all the same.
Parallel. Two parallel. What about this? Could that also be called a rectangle?
No. What? No. Because they're all equal sizes. Rectangles are not all equal sizes. No.
Think about this for a second. What does a rectangle have to be classified as a rectangle?
Right angle.
All a rectangle is 4 right angles. So, could this be a rectangle?
Yes.
Is it also a square?
Yes.
Yes. Can this be a rectangle?
Wait, what is it? It is a rectangle.
Can it be a square?
Yes.
Why can't it be a square? Because all sides are not equal. So, this square can also be a rectangle, but a rectangle cannot always be a square. Okay, it's harder to be a square than a rectangle. There are 2 things you have to be a square. And that's right angles and then equal sides. Okay? Alright, let's do this one now. Can you find the 4th angle? Okay, so you had to add your angles. 30 plus 30 equals 60. Add that to 150. You get 210. Now that I have 210, what do I do?
360 minus 210.
Why do I take 360?
Because 180 plus 100 equals so it's a parallel of 300 because it was.
So my 4th angle was 150 degrees. Okay, now do this one. Go ahead, do that one. were you right? Okay. Stop talking, Luke. Stop talking. What is this?
Rectangle or square?
Why can't this be a square?
It's all equal.
Okay, so it's a
Rectangle.
what else could it be?
I know.
Parallelogram. They're all the same size.
Why can't this be a rhombus?
Because they're all the same size.
Because they're not all the same length. Stop with the noise. Hayden, in your seat. Okay, what else could this be?
Parallelogram.
Why could this be a parallelogram?
Two of them are the same. Both of them are equal.
Okay, so these two lines would be parallel,
Yeah.
and these two lines would be parallel,
Yeah.
right?
I like thinking of it like a pair.
Let me a quadrilateral.
Or a pair. I know what that's going to be.
Okay, for your exit ticket.
It's a rhombus.
You're going to write what these sides are, and you're going to write what angle B is and what angle C is. So you're writing the two sides, the two angles, and what this quadrilateral is. Hey, my side here. Look up here. My side here is 8 feet. My side here is 8 feet. So what does S have to be? What does T have to be?
70.
Okay. I have stop. Then I have 110 and 110 for these two angles. I add them.
Yeah, 120.
I get 220. Then I subtract from 360.
And then you got to divide it. And then you get 140.
Stop.
And then you get 70.
Stop. I get 140 degrees right here. What do I do with this 140? I have B plus C equals 140, right? Why are these two going to be the same? Why are they going to be equal angles? Because what type of quadrilateral is this? It's a rhombus. So 140 divided by 2 would be? So B equals 70 and C equals 70. Okay? Alright, let's move on to SSR.
Hurry, stop it.